Hello, folks, and welcome back. On this episode, we're going to explore the New River State Park in North Carolina. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. As we begin our climb up into the mountains of northwestern North Carolina, we're headed to New River State Park. We're going to explore it and some unique attractions around it. Now that we've made it to the top of the mountain, that is the New River on the left, which means we're almost to the campground. And this is going to be the welcome center for the campground where you check in for your sites. Now that we've made it to our site, and our site does have full hookups, water, electric, and sewer, we're going to go ahead and back in here, get set up, show you what the site looks like, and then we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, folks. Let's go ahead and hop on the bike here, and we'll ride through the campground and let you see what it looks like. First thing here, this is going to be what a typical site looks like. They're going to be gravel sites. They're going to have a picnic table, a fire ring, and then some kind of patio area. Now, the sites at New River, half of them have water, electric, and sewer, and then the other half have just electric and water. Now this is going to be the restroom facilities. It is a modern restroom facility. They were exceptionally clean while we were here. Now this is the dump station here that they do have, and you can see it's a regular dump station with flushing water. And then right up here on the right is the building where we checked in. The sad thing today, I don't know why, but it wasn't open today. Normally it's open, and they have a small museum in there. They give you the history of the area. They give you some of the wildlife. It's actually pretty nice, and then they also have a small store in there. Now on the back side of the visitor center here is a big deck, and I'll show you that in a little bit. You can come back here and relax and watch all the wildlife. The biggest thing we saw up here was some big old fat bunny rabbits. We'll go ahead and jump down here to the entrance, and then we'll show you what it looks like coming in from the main entrance off of US 221 as we ride through the park and down to the river. Just as a note for these gates that we just went through, they do close those. I think it's at 10 o'clock at night, and then they open back up at 6 a.m. So if you're camping in here, you got to make sure you're back before 10, because there's no way to get into the park once they close those gates. Now, if you're in the park and you have an emergency, you can turn around and they will obviously let you out for an emergency situation. They do have several pavilions that you can rent in here. That's one up on the left, and then there's one down here on the right. We have made it down to the river. The river access is over on the left here. This is the parking lot for it. Now over on the right here is primitive camping. If you want to tent camp, you can camp back down in there. And then let's go down here and look at the river. Now, New River State Park does have primitive camping that you can kayak out to. This is going to be the parking lot where you park if you're going to go camp out in the wilderness. This is going to be the river access. The river today is extremely muddy. Normally it's crystal clear and you can see the bottom all the way across. And it's also up quite a bit from all of the rain that they've had in this area recently. Back up at the Visitor Center, this is going to be the back deck I was telling you about. In the evenings, this is a wonderful place to come sit down and relax. They have some chairs up here and some picnic tables, and watch the wildlife out back here. You'll see usually a wide variety of wildlife, but you definitely will see the fat bunnies. They're all over the place. That completes our tour of New River State Park. We're going to go call it an evening for tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to go out and explore a local attraction around here that I just fell in love with. Never been there before, and I just think it's amazing. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and tell you a good night for the evening. Good morning, folks. One thing about New River State Park is it's located right on the corner of North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee. And there's a unique attraction in Virginia called the Virginia Creeper Trail, and that's where we're headed to now. And what the Creeper Trail is it's a bicycle trail that used to be a railroad back in the day, and they've turned it into a bicycle trail that goes up, basically up over the mountain. And we're going to attempt to do the section from Damascus, Virginia to White Top, Virginia. Like I told you earlier in the video, they've had a ton of rain up here in the last couple of weeks. So the trail is a little muddy and some places are a little washed out, but we still had a wonderful time on it. And normally the trail's in a lot better shape than this. The section we're doing is 17 miles long to the end point, and we're going to go from 1,860 feet in elevation to 3,395. And we're coming into the little community of Green Cove, which was one of the original stops on the train line when it used to service this area. We're going to go a little bit further past this. We're going to be about 2 miles short of the end when the battery on my bike, my XP Lite, finally died. Luckily, it's downhill all the way back, but we definitely enjoyed this trail. If you get a chance to come up and ride it, we would highly recommend it. New River State Park is one of our must-dos. We would highly recommend that you go and see it. With that being said, we want to tell you we appreciate you watching, and thank you very much for your support, and we'll see you in the campground.